another monster clash at Murrayfield. This game has all the ingredients to be an absolute belter. Wales with newfound energy under coach Matt Sherratt. Scotland backs against the wall off the back of 2 losses. We'll need to improve massively here to overcome a spirited Welsh side. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments, how do you see this game playing out? What do you think of both teams named? Who should be there, who shouldn't be there, that is there, and who needs to be there, that isn't there? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. What's your score predictions? Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So we'll jump over and have a look at the teams first up. For Scotland, we've got Pierre Schoeman, Dave Cherry and Zander Fagerson up front. Then Johnny Gray and Grant Gilchrist in the locks. Back row of Jamie Ritchie, Rory Dodge, Jack Dempsey. It's a very, very nice forward pack, that is. Back line of Ben White, Finn Russell, Tom Jordan and Hugh Jones in the centres. And back 3 of Duan van der Merwe, Darcy Graham and Blair Kinghorn. Darcy Graham back into the starting squad. Bench, we've got Ewan Ashman, Rory Sutherland, Will Hurd, Gregor Brown, Matt Fagerson, George Horn, Stafford McDowell and Carl Rowe. Going back to that 5-3 split, I think that's smart play there from Gregor Townsend. Then looking at the Welsh side, I'm liking this Wales team. So we've got Nicky Smith, Elliot D and Wilgriff John in the front row. Loving Wilgriff John. How's he just burst onto the scene? Massive. Will Rowlands and Daffer Jenkins at locks, and back row of Jack Morgan, Tommy Raffel and Talopi Faletau. Very, very strong back row that as well. Backline, we've got Thomas Williams and Gareth Anscombe, Ben Thomas and Max Llewellyn in the centres, and back 3 of Ellis Mee, Tom Rogers and Blair Murray. Very, very strong back 3, but very strong side, very exciting side if you ask me. And on the bench, we've got Dewey Lake, Gareth Thomas, Kieran Azarati, Teddy Williams, Aaron Wainwright, Rodri Williams, Jared Evans, and Joe Roberts. I'm thinking that is it? No, it's 5-3, right? It's 5-3 split. All right, very, very strong squads all up. Loving it, loving it. We're going to get into some of the matchups where I think the game will be won or lost, and my prediction at the end. So I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So my first big matchup, the front row battle. It always is, no matter which games or who's playing, front row battle is always a huge matchup. Most notably here, Pierre Schoeman versus Wilgriff John. He's just burst onto the scene. Previous game versus Ireland, 30 plus years old. I think he's my age, 32. I think that was his debut. I probably should know these types of things. Wales fans, was it Wilgriff John's debut versus Ireland? If it was, outstanding, one of the best players on the field. And come in on his debut or one of his first games and played like an absolute vet. So he was really, really good. Obviously for the forwards, for the front row, scrum is super important. How the game is or what's expected of you as a front rower has changed now. So it's not just the scrums. Your carries, your defensive efforts is so important as well, and such a big part of a lot of prop forwards game, and these boys love it. Pierre Schoeman loves it. Wilgriff John was fantastic carrying the ball for Wales, and both teams will look to these guys to really help them or get them over the front foot, get them onto the front foot over the advantage line rather with carrying the ball, and then defensive efforts, really strong dominant tackles as well. Back row battle is another matchup for me. Let's look at the back row again. So for Wales, you've got Jack Morgan, you've got Tommy Raffel, and you've got Talopi Faletau. Holy. And then for Scotland, you've got Jamie Ritchie, Rory Dodge, Jack Dempsey. Nice. Very, very nice. What I see firstly from Wales is they've gone for a more disruptive style kind of back row where you've got guys like Jack Morgan and Tommy Raffel, or known fetchers, just love getting their hands on the ball at ruck time, love slowing the opposition's ball down, where you have someone like Aaron Wainwright on the bench, bring him on later for that impact, more carrying the ball, where Faletau has got a bit of everything. He's fantastic with ball in hand, gets through a ton of work, but he's more a runner with the ball, right? Compared to Morgan and Rafael, who are just get in there and slow the ball down or make a ton of turnovers. But I'm looking at Rory Darge versus Jack Morgan. How is that battle? That matchup, fantastic. Both of them so important for their sides. Their work rate is through the roof. Just efforts on efforts on efforts, slowing the ball down, making turnovers, making a ton of tackles. Both are always in the double digits worth of tackles, just every game getting through so much work. Both pushing their case massively for the British and Irish Lions. Tour to Australia this year. And man, what a battle this is. This would be like a British and Irish Lions trial for these two guys. Morgan versus Rory Darge. Absolutely love it. Both at the top of their game at the minute. And so that's going to be very, very exciting. And whoever gets the better of the other one, you can probably see that team going on to win the game. That's how important these guys are for their sides. And then I've got the back three battle. Oh, man, the tried and trusted of Scotland, Duan van der Merwe, Darcy Graham, Blair Kinghorn, and the new and exciting Wales. You've got Ellis Mee, you've got Tom Rogers, and you've got Blair Murray. Oh, I'm focusing on the Duan van der Merwe versus Tom Rogers. Oh, man, the try-scoring ability on both of these guys through the roof. They know their way to the try line. Obviously, Duan van der Merwe holds the record for most tries for a Scottish player. And then Tom Rogers is only a handful of games, loves to score a try and can score a try. His finishing ability, that try versus Ireland, get out of here. Man, so it's both teams will be looking at these guys to finish off opportunities made, but also come off your wing and create a bit of opportunities or get over the front, get over the advantage line, get on the front foot, pick up those mismatches, come in and around the nine, in and around the ruck, look for work and make a ton of meters like that. These guys are exciting ball players. Get their hands on the ball. And that's not just waiting out on the wing, it's get in there and look for work. And you can definitely look for these guys to do that. And they're supporting players to help them. So Blair Murray, Ellis Mee, fantastic. Love that exciting how they play the game as well. And then obviously Darcy Graham back in the mix after that horrible clash when Scotland played Ireland. So he's back in there. Good to see him back. And man, he will be up for it. Just itching to get his hands on the ball. Where I see this game being won or lost, I think holding onto the ball is going to be a massive part of this game. Yes, that sounds like, yes, you have to hold onto the ball to score points. But the unnecessary kicking, I don't think, I feel like this game, there's going to be lots of ball in play. It's going to be high scoring or it's going to be tight, but there's going to be lots of opportunities for either side to score tries. While I'm saying that, I'm also like, both teams have got try scorers in there and game breakers in their sides. Like, hold onto the ball, be patient with it. Don't just play one or two phases and then, we'll just kick it and see what happens. I feel like Scotland have been a bit guilty of that. Ben White has got a fantastic box kick, but you've got Hugh Jones, Tom Jordan, Duan van der Merwe, Darcy Graham, Blair Kinghorn. You've got all these guys in your back line. Use them. Let's use them. So it's just stringing those multiple phases together and being patient on attack. So holding onto that ball and then scoring those tries, man. Scoring those tries. I think set piece is going to play a massive part in this game. Yes, every game it is your scrums and your lineouts. You winning your scrums and your lineouts 80, 90, 100% of the time, it goes a long way in winning the game. Especially a lineout, it's your biggest attacking platform. You've got 40 meters between the attack and defensive lines. Lots of teams use this to get onto that front foot, roll into their phases, and it's so important for their side or their attacking platform. But then let's see if we can disrupt the opponent's ball as well. And then lastly, decision-making around penalties. So when to go for points, like kick a goal, or when to back yourself and go to touch, get the line out and score off that. I think that's going to be very important. Like I said, it's going to be a super high scoring game, I think, or it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to a kick, a goal, or we have to score to win here. So those decisions made around penalties at all different parts of the game is going to be very, very important. My prediction, I'm going the upset. I'm going Wales to do it away from home, break the drought, shock the rugby nation. I'm going Wales to win this one in an absolute cracking game. I'm sorry, Scottish fans. I know I've been covering Scotland, the Six Nations, but I feel something in the air. I'm happy to be wrong, but I feel it. Wales by 6 in an absolute cracking game. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. How do you see this game playing out? Do I know anything about Six Nations rugby? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.